Ahoy, me hearties. Gather your grog, pull to the sky a chair, and I'll tell ye a tale. This here be the story of Cap'n Toot, a master angler, a daring sailor, and the scurviest gentleman of fortune e'er to sail through the deep blue.
Oh, hey there, matey. Some of me hearties still be nursing the New Year's hangovers. Take it a notch aft. Me head be killing me.
Ah, good point. If you'd rather float upon a cushy cloud of super soft ASMR voices for the relaxing maritime version of this review, please refer to the card up here, or follow the link in the description.
It's a choose your own adventure. Today's tale be a review o' Sail Forth, a casual and charming gentleman o' fortune simulating fleet game.
Me name be Boss Sauce.
And they know me as Rollin' Coons. And together, we be the two-headed hero.
Yar. Sail Forth be the first retail offering from developer David Evans, known on the scurvy seas as Festive Vector. As the game opens, ye jump into the salty boots of Cap'n Toot and start a seaward adventure through a chain of gorgeous tropical isles. Ye find yourself stuck on a little raft in the middle of a deep blue something, but not to worry. Your trusty sidekick Goose be here to show ye the ropes, and soon you'll be setting sail on a wondrous voyage through the big, beautiful deep blue.
From these lowly beginnings, Sail Forth sees ye piloting a large variety of seaworthy vessels, battling vicious corsairs, and gathering allies the most formidable in all the 70 seas. But that's far from all ye be doing, ye swabby sea weasel. There's plenty of islands to chart, unique fishies to catch and catalog and keep in your bed, and interesting characters to meet. Why did I say that middle thing?
None of this here would matter if the sailing weren't any fun, but Sailforth chooses to place accessibility prominently across the bow. This here be not a simulation placing ye in charge of every pulley and rig. Piloting your vessel feels simple and intuitive, and feels especially jolly with a controller. Storms or huge breaker waves can still capsize your vessel if you at them at the wrong angle, but for the simple cost of a few planks, none of which you have to walk, wayward captains can buy aft any ships that have ever been wrecked at sea.
At the basic level, aspiring captains be responsible for two things: the speed of their craft and the angle of their sails. The first and reverse gears in your boat, so to speak, break out the oars, ensuring you never run aground. Navigation be simple and fun enough by itself, but many other factors affect how your craft controls. Light craft be naturally more speedy and maneuverable, while a weighty vessel brimming with heavy cannons will sail low in the water and turn more sluggishly. There's also a wide variety of different craft for sale.
There's a little pirate joke.
You'll be stealing 'em. And they all handle differently, depending on the configurations of the cannon ports, shape of the hull, number of oars, and cut of your jib.
Each of these jolly vessels be highly customizable as well. A jolly ship be nothing if you can't christen it with a fitting name, after all. And some of these worthy sailing vessels lend themselves to different roles. There's a Viking langskip that be better at rowing than at sailing. It be not so fast, but holds a bunch of bloodthirsty scallywags at the ready for easy boarding of righteous prey. You might outfit a fast ship with chase guns and ballista as sort of a mobile sniper, or slap heavy armor on a chunky man-o'-war and stuff it with Gatling guns. Since ye have the ability to assume command to 4 vessels in your little flotilla and switch freely between 'em, There's plenty of opportunity to get your sea legs upon different decks, lad.
I found meself wishing for a bigger fleet size at times. Think of the damage ye could do with 8 ships at your command. But the limit of 4 be adequate enough without being overly complex to manage. Plus, the AI captains often seem to have barnacles on the brain. They be fairly competent in a pitched sea battle, but tend to bump into friendly ships quite often. On occasion, they also have some troubles with targeting land defenses. These are minor complaints and take little away from the experience, especially when you consider the low costs of repairing and replacing your vessels.
The plank-based economy ties a tight Jack Tar's knot to the sandboxy themes of Sailforth's boat building and exploration. Being too careless can still cost an arm and a peg leg when it comes to repairing your flagships in the middle of a heated cannonade, but booty be easy enough to harpoon into your hold, and costs smartly become trivial as you plunder the richer ships in the sea's far reaches.
When did we start recording, matey?
Oh, I don't know.
Yar, 30 to 45 minutes ago, I took an edible, and it's starting to kick in. I can't remember the last thing that passed these lips. Oh, and let's not forget the crew. A Corsair ship without a crew of salty scallywags be, well, just another boat. You'll be picking up lots of these adorable blue goons during your travels. Each one has a name worthy of a
Worthy of a scoundrel.
Worthy of a seaworthy scoundrel. Oh, wow, well, whatever, that's fine. And a specialty that provides a small buff to the ship.
And a bottle of rum. Yo-ho-ho-ho.
As you sail, these miniature sea dogs shout helpful advice and alerts in their weird dialect or piratey gibberish, which be translated by a helpful comic bubble o'er their heads. They sorts of reminds me of those little Fisher-Price Little People toys for toddlers, or Lego minifigs. Ah, grand were the days when I chased after each new series of Lego minifigure.
Yar, you were the scourge of the Toys R Us.
Your crew has little touches added to differentiate their designs. By Blackbeard's sword, watching them march around on deck, casting a fishing line, or engaging in a daring boarding maneuver be simply adorable.
In case simply gunning down gentlemen of fortune and sailing your ships about isn't floating your boat, there be plenty of side activities to keep you occupied, so drop anchor. Side quests often uncover important artifacts that there can lead to upgrades later down the line, and fishing provides some substantial early day income, as well as unlocking new sail patterns and boat colors for your intrepid fleet. A host of minigames can also be found scattered throughout the Isles, including target ranges, boat races, and photo opportunities.
The high seas will keep ye busy for quite some time indeed, but as an added bonus, ye can simply ignore the campaign and jump straight into the free sail mode, where you can choose the level of challenge you prefer from a pile of customizable options, and then putter around in randomly generated briny deep for as long as you like.
At some point after taking all this in, you'll likely hear the call to adventure. Shiver me timbers! Now, when we last left our hero, Captain Toot, he were just been learning his way about the raft, rescuing his first mate, Goose. Soon after he gets his sea legs, the Skull Clan will begin pillaging the archipelago, and Toot finds it in his best interest to send these scurvy dogs down to Davy Jones's locker. Turns out the Skull Clan be hoarding shards of a rum-pink gem that brings madness to the minds of many, and they'll belay nothing to get their hands on every last piece of this mysterious deep rock.
The Skull Clan aren't the only ones aft the power of the stones. Mighty crabs, massive ships, and horrible sea creatures all clamor around for a chance at that sweet, tasty rock. And swab the deck with the talents of a crazy scientist on his side and a host of allies at his back. Captain Toot sets forth to eradicate this foul substance from the surface of the deep blue. But will his trusty cannons and companions be enough to save the seas?
Yar.
Maybe.
At first glance, Sailforth may appeal to a younger crowd of varmints with its bright colors and simplistic storytelling. But with its goofy charm and intuitive mechanics, this call to adventure can be enjoyed by gamers of any age and skill level. And while the main plot slowly circles in on the origins of the Deep Rock, many smaller conundrums abound and shiver me timbers. There's a lot of subtle environmental details that instill a deeper sense of mystery here, enough to send chills down a man's spine in the dead of the night. Why do these diving suit guys at the lighthouse act so friggin' weird with a chest full of booty? Where does the Skull Clan keep getting all these giant skulls from? Why do these ancient artifacts reek of familiarity? Yarr, 'tis a mystery for the ages.
Of course, the real main character in Sailforth be the glorious Deep Blue herself. Here the sea be your mistress, and ye'll be spending a lot of fond moments with that comely wench as ye chart your courses through placid channels and violent storms alike. The use of color throughout the game be fantastic, and you'll often catch yourself entranced as the sun be swallowed up on the horizon in one of many beautiful pink sunsets. There be several beautiful biomes to explore, each with their own particular characteristics, and surprises seem to lurk around every corner of the pond here.
Aye, the designs of the creatures also be a high point, from the scurvy sea dogs mentioned afore, to the large cast of characters inhabiting the various desert isles dotted throughout the deep blue. A cadre of spy frogs in barrel submarines conspires against the march of the robotic tech tankers and destroyers in one area, and islands have been taken o'er by corrupted crabs in another. The ship dealer be a tiny octopus in a diving suit, and the Emporium be hosted by a trio of barnacle-covered salty lads. Everything shares the simple, simplistic, shaded, low-poly look, but there's enough subtle animation and fluid movement to bring it all to life.
The Admiral fights themselves be appropriately hair-raising, tossing your sturdy seacraft to and fro like playthings as they unleash all manner of horribleness on ye. Yarr! Most of the fights themselves be multi-stage battles that have some sort of gimmicky mechanic, and they're all rather enjoyable experiences. Worry not, Jack Tar. Even the most tense and high-stakes battles manage to keep an even keel through ample forgiveness mechanics. Ahoy!
But after that glorious victory, you'll be out on the next horizon, wind lapping your sails over some gentle synth-based tunes and ditties. The sound design here be equally enjoyable, with the little pips and squeaks of your piratey pals frantically filling the air or cannon fire, or the inevitable crunch of one hull crashing into the other with a chest full of booty. Even the battle tracks seem soft, despite their added menace and percussion. It's all very cute and low intensity, and fits the vibe like a bottle of rum.
E'en though Sailforth be largely a relaxing, low-key experience, only a filthy landlubber would dare take a caulk on this one. There's no scurvy microtransactions aft your doubloons, no bilge-sucking season passes. It's just an excellent, cute, casual game to chill out on. Just vibing on the seas, man. It's really quite... yeah, man.
Aye, 'tis true. The game's self-guided pace of travelling, battling, looting, and upgrading be as intense or as relaxing as you want to make it, Jack Tar. And this all comes together to make Sail Forth a captivating adventure, I'll warrant ye. On the very first day I picked up Sail Forth, I played it for an entire evening straight. And the next time I blinked it were being 4 in the morning. I woke up the next day and went right back to it. And if that isn't a solid testament to the game's addictive quality, I dunno what might be. It reminded me of being stuck in that opium den.
That was a pretty dark time in your life.
Yes, but it was so dreamy and relaxing.
Right. Okay. I see how that could be a good memory.
If you enjoy the aquatic adventure and moments of zen in other sailing games, like Valheim or Assassin's Creed Black Flag, you'll find a lot to love, and swab the deck and hoist the mainsail in Sail Forth.
And if you're looking for more interesting indies to get lost in, maybe check out some of the other offerings on our humble channel. Avast! If you like this video, we'd be much obliged if you'd take a second to tap the subscribe button or touch our bell and make it go ding ding. Maybe even send us a doubloon or two on our new Ko-Fi page.
Yarr.
Yarr.
Thanks for watching. Have a great year, you scurvy dogs. And we'll see you on the next Two-Headed Hero and a bottle of rum.